Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne. This is a short teaching um, called What to Do When Prophecies Fail. Um, uh, Having prophecies fail in your life, ones that you really counted on and you really believed in, can be devastating, can really hurt you. Um, I'm sure the people prophesying had no ill intent to hurt you. So we've got to bear that in mind and forgive those people. I've got a number of points here that I want to cover. The first point is be open to the fact that they may not have failed. Um, I've got numerous prophecies that say I'm going to travel the world and preach. And so far, I haven't had one invitation to a church. Um, and I tend to think those prophecies are dead in the water. But it could be true that I could produce a video that goes viral and millions of people watch it. I could release a book that sells really well and attracts a lot of attention. Um, Someone reading my books may really be attracted to me and contact me and open up doors for me to minister. So there's a few ways that my prophecies can come true. So even though I've put them away and dismissed them as prophecies that aren't going to come true, they could still possibly come true. And that would be good if that was the case. Point number two, if they fail because they had a date, perhaps they can still come true. I had a person prophesied that I was going to meet my wife in the next few weeks, and it didn't happen. I had a person prophesy and say that I was going to meet my future wife in the next year, and it didn't happen. I tend to think that I'm not going to ever meet her because that's not God's plan for my life. And I did have a person prophesied to me saying that you've held on for a wife for many years. It's time to let that desire go. You're going to be a whole lot more at peace living a celibate life and not desiring a wife. And I believe that prophecy. I believe that person was meant to write to me and say that. But if a prophecy has a date on it, it's an immature thing for a prophet to put dates on things. And if there's a date being attached to your prophecy and it didn't come true, it still could come true. But it may not come true, but it still could come true. Prophets tend to make mistakes putting dates on things. But they still do it. Yeah. Point number three, if prophecy fails, go inward and worship Jesus and concentrate on the gifts that you have. So what I've done is I've gone inward and looked at who I am and looked at the gifts that I have. I have a gift of writing books, and I continue to write books, and I concentrate on those gifts and concentrate on earning money to produce books and publish books. And things aren't ideal, but I'm coming to a point where I fellowship with Jesus and I love Jesus, and nothing's going to stop me from enjoying my life. So if you have had failed prophecies, worship Jesus, put on some worship and worship Jesus. And it's always good to worship Jesus when you're down, and find out what your gifts are if you don't know what your gifts are, and concentrate on participating in your gifts. And that will take your attention off the failed prophecies for a while at least. And that's what I've been doing. I've been producing books and publishing books, and that's kept my attention off the failed prophecies. I've only recently come to recognize that my prophecies may have failed, and it's distressing at one point to me, but I tend to love myself. I tend to accept and love myself and love my gifting and love my ability to write, and I enjoy the feedback that I get through book reviews of my writing. I know I'm changing lives. Yeah, so I concentrate on gifts. Point number 4, find purpose in your life outside the prophecies coming true. So you need to, I suggest that you find a purpose for living outside of the prophecies coming true. I know if your prophecies were anything like me, they were central to your life and summed up what you wanted to do. If they're not going to come true, you've got to find a different purpose, a different way to live, a different reason to live. And that's on you. That's something you have to do. So I encourage you to check out my service, Prophetic Blueprint, and that will give you 8 to 9 spiritual things that you're called to do, and that would be helpful for you. You can find that on my website. And I wasn't intending on putting an advertisement in this prophecy, in this teaching, but it would refocus your life and show you some things that, some giftings that God has enabled you with. So find some purpose, find a reason to live outside of the prophecies that have failed. I hope this video has encouraged you. Press like if you like it, and I welcome any comments. I prophesy to people doing personal prophecies via donation, and encourage you to get a prophecy or even a prophetic blueprint for yourself. God bless.